Beast of No Nation is like the most incredible slap you've ever received, and it hurts you and you never want to experience that ever again, but you kind of have to acknowledge that that slap was excellently done. That is what Cary Fukunaga does with Beast of No Nation, a drama based on the experiences of Agu, who becomes a child soldier fighting in a civil war in Africa when all of his family gets assassinated. So let's get into the good, the bad, and everything in between that's going to stick with you. Starting off with the good, this is a film that comes from Cary Fukunaga. He's done Sin Nombre, he's done Jane Eyre, he also did the excellent season of True Detective, and here, the man is able to come in, not only do it on Netflix, which is becoming a big deal, because if anything, this is a film that is also being released in cinemas as well, meaning that it might have a chance in the Oscars, and I do think that it does, but this man is a craftsman when it comes to film, and here, he creates a movie that you can stop it on almost any frame, and sure, there are movies that have great cinematography, but this is one that you can almost stop it on every other frame, and it can be a portrait that you can put on your home, be it one that may not be one that you want to look at every day because it may be depressing, but they're all beautiful in their own way. The way that he writes and directs a story is done in a way also that it'll intrigue you in the beginning, where you get these 15 minutes of just love and joy coming from these little kids and their imagination TV, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, that's not why you're watching this movie, and it's a whopping 2 hours of just sort of City of God, but I would say even less redemptive than City of God. Idris Elba is one of the main selling points for the film because he is one of those actors who can come in, he has a lot of charisma because he can enter a scene and be like, wow, I really like you just by your presence being here, but you know that in this movie he was not going to be likable. By the time you're done with this film, you beyond despise Idris Elba's character because he comes in any single scene and you're like, all these people are falling for him, but he is despicable. However, I would say that his performance is very well. I think it's a bit more reserved because a lot of it just comes for speeches. He does do a good job, but the person that does an excellent job is the character of Agu, who is portrayed by Abraham Atta. And this kid, if Quvenzhané Wallis can get a nomination for her performance in Beasts of the Southern Wild, which it's interesting that both movies have to have beasts, there is no reason why this kid cannot, because this kid gives one of the best performances of the year, not only in his narration, but there are some things that he goes through where I would say that Quvenzhané Wallis, in my opinion, not disrespecting her as a child actress or anything, but it was just more her going, mama, and yelling. This kid is narrating and explaining to you things that are happening, and after scenes that you see what he goes through and he comes out, the emotions on his face is definitely worth some more recognition than other people who are out there. So can this be that barrier breaker for Netflix, and where not only have they extended onto the Emmys, but they can even get onto the Oscar scene? I think they definitely could, because not only does it do the things that it needs to do, but it also is a film that deserves that merit on having that great acting from a child, and also having the beautiful cinematography that you see. Like I said, you can literally stop on any frame and be able to make that a portrait if you so wish in your home. However, all that being said and giving it all the merit, it is that slap in the face. That's beautiful, and you want to recognize it and be like, wow, that was an amazing slap. But you never really want to watch this movie again, because by the time it ends, you're just drained and exhausted, and you almost feel like, why life, why? A beautiful film about a dark reality, but nonetheless a movie that you don't really want to experience again. I mean, you see the things that Agu goes through. You're looking at the shots and you go, yeah, they all look beautiful, but I mean, they're just, to put it in the lightest terms, the group that he's hanging out with are savages. They're walking around. There was a moment where I noticed on the screen that a dude was not wearing anything. I'm talking about his schlong was just going all over the place, and I'm like, this is insane. And you see the friendships that he tries to make and the things that these kids go through. And again, you don't really want to watch that movie again, but you want to give credit where credit is due and say that, yeah, it deserves the merit that hopefully it gets towards Oscar season. Nonetheless, I'm curious your thoughts if you're able to check it out, because it is on Netflix. You can watch it in the comfort of your own home. You can go to a theater to experience the cinematography to its fullest, but I'm also curious if you think that it deserves some award merit as we get closer to the awards season. We can discuss anything of Beasts of No Nation down below in the comment section, and any other films, and until next time, I'll be seeing you guys later.